Hey, what's up, man? Reec back at you with another episode of EggCellent Adventures. Today, we have one of my friends, one of my internet friends, my guy Taylor from Uncooped Podcast is here. He has an amazing homestead. I just want to move to Minnesota sometimes, and then I see that it snows so much, and I change my mind immediately. But my guy's on the line right now. We're about to talk about his EggCellent Adventures. So without further ado, we got Taylor in the building. What's up, Taylor?
What's going on, Reec? How you doing, man?
I'm well. I'm really well, man. I'm so glad you got to make it. Had to get you via satellite on this one. I'm really excited to talk to you.
Studio with you.
Yeah, there we go, man. I'm just really excited to talk to you, man. We met. Let's give everybody a history lesson. So we met during a run with Hen Up. It was a sponsorship we were both delighted to be a part of. I think they chose like us two out of hundreds of people, so we're excited about that. And we got to meet each other during that kind of run. We did some team up videos on TikTok and Instagram. They went really well. And then I was asking you a million questions about your homestead and goats and chickens and everything else. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our interview. So the first question we ask everybody that comes on to the EggCellent Adventures: what was your old cluck moment? What was that moment that you were like, oh, cluck, I'm in the chicken game now?
Right. I think it was when I discovered the colored eggs, you know, those blue eggs, those olive eggs. I was hooked. I was like, that was it. What? They come in colors more than brown and white, you know?
Right.
I was amazed. And then to find out all the different breeds, you know, there's so many breeds, so many colors. It was so much fun to learn about all of them, and I was hooked. You know, pairing up with social media, it was a no-brainer. You know, chickens and social media, it was just a blast doing that.
Right. That's been my life too, Taylor. I can't even lie to you about that one. Right? So, what was like your first breed of chicken that you had, and how did you get into it in the first place?
So, me and my wife actually purchased this nice little 6-acre farm out here in Minnesota. We were really lucky. It had a couple outbuildings. My wife had always had horses, so I was like, you know, what's something that I could do? You know, do something by myself that's kind of easy. You know, potentially, you know, make the cost back for the feed or whatever, selling eggs and having eggs. So I got into. I probably bought like 20 chicks online. It was just a mix of different layers, and there's a few Silkies in there, and I think the Silkies really took off for me, and you know, I breed them now, and I have a whole pen of them.
Right. I'm jealous, man. Every time I see a Silkie collection, that's what I call it. I said my guy has a Silkie collection. You actually inspired me to get my first Silkie.
Yes, I was stoked when you got yours.
That's amazing. So when you got these 20 chicks, like how much research did you put into the beginning, or did you know like I want this kind of chicken, or you just got mystery chicks?
You know, I just did a little bit just off of the website. I wasn't as involved as obviously I am now, but I just kind of did a base assortment, picked out a few cool colored ones, some colored eggs, and then some Silkies for fun too. And then I kind of determined from that little group what I was interested in and what I was not interested in. So I kind of went more with like the ornamental, the small breeds. I love the bantams.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger breeds are just a little harder for me to deal with, like the Cochins and the Ramas.
Yeah.
But I love the bantams. Bantams have my heart.
That's what's up, man. When my coaching gave me a headache, he had to go. He was dancing around the yard.
I had a giant rooster, and he was just, you know, twice the size of every other one, and you know, he could do some damage if he got into the wrong hen. So they're not for me.
I got you. Let's kind of run through this. You mentioned your wife and she had horses, and congratulations on the recent wedding. I saw the pictures. It was amazing. Usually we ask how involved is anyone else in the house or the family, but I know you guys are both fully entrenched into it, so we don't have to go to there.
Right. She does say I have too much, though. She says I have too many, but I don't think I have enough. So
that's chicken math. The chicken math started mathing.
Yep. It's never ending.
Right. So I see behind you. What is that behind you? Are those brooder boxes, or are those for the reptiles? I know you guys have reptiles too.
Yeah. This is my reptile room, actually, and kind of my office studio. So this is all different snakes in here, and we have lizards and breeds of snakes. So yeah, it's really cool.
That is amazing, man. I would never think that those two lifestyles collide when you talk about snakes and chickens. I'm trying to keep snakes out of my chicken coop at all costs.
Right?
I don't want to deal with it. I don't trust anything that doesn't have elbows, Taylor. And you just got snakes and lizards and all types of stuff over there.
No legs on them.
So is that both of you guys' passion too with the reptiles, or is it hers or yours? Or tell me about that.
Yeah, actually, she started with them before I had met her. She had the horses and the goats, and then the snakes as well.
Okay.
And then just the last 2 years, I've been really getting involved with it as well. And I just got obsessed. Similar with chickens, I got obsessed, and now we have over 40 snakes in here, and hoping for our first babies this year.
I'm off subject now. Are there any venomous snakes that you guys have?
No venomous. They're all. I've never been bit or anything, so they're all.
Oh, cool. So I can come visit. Cool. All right, that's all I need to know.
Yeah,
when I'm coming to Minnesota, I could come by now.
Yep. I got a spare bedroom right there. You can sleep next to the snakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get a hotel, bro. I'm gonna just get a hotel. It's cool, man. So with your homestead, she had the goats, you said, and the horses. You come in and you start getting chickens left and right, up and down. Right. You started off with 20 chicks, roughly. Yep. How many chickens do you have now?
I would say right around like 80 to 90, probably.
Good grief.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And then you have some exotics. Tell me about these peacocks, man.
Yes, I got a little pen with two peacocks and 2 hens.
Wow.
Hoping for our first eggs this year, actually.
Okay.
It takes 2 years for them to actually even lay an egg, so it's been a long journey, but they're really cool. Actually, that was my dream bird I always wanted, but I started with the chickens, a little easier to handle, and then it worked up to the peacocks. And then we have two Guinea hens too that are just basically like wild birds that live here.
So with the guineas, and I want to get back to the peacocks in a second, but with the guineas, do you use them as like alarms and protection for the chickens and the other birds?
Yeah, they're really good with that. They're good also with tick control and like bugs. They eat a lot of bugs, and we have a lot of mosquitoes out here, so they're pretty good with just kind of bug control and alarms.
I got you. Would you recommend that? Because I was thinking about getting guineas. I just moved. I got my first couple of acres, so I'm really excited about it.
Oh, and awesome, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I was thinking about getting guineas because I was doing a little reading up on them, but it's better. This is what this podcast is for people like me that just want to ask a question and get an answer. What do you recommend or don't recommend about guineas?
Well, your last setup, I would not recommend that one because they can be loud. Right around their like maturity, around that 6 to 8 months mark. Definitely loud birds. Any kind of new thing, they'll freak out and they'll make noises and But if you got some acres, they're great. They're free range a bit. They stay in their home. They live with my chickens, so they're completely fine. They eat bugs and a lot of the chicken food and the peacock food as well. So I think they're very easy to handle.
Cool, but just
loud. I never held them. I don't actually handle them because they're so hard to hold, but they're entertainment, that's for sure.
Okay, I got you. They look like Disney characters.
Yeah, they are something out of the book.
I got you.
Almost like a little mini vulture.
Yeah, like the neck and the it's like a
skin on their head and just little weird feathers on their head.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So you said they're hard to hold. So I know with the chicken, we gotta kind of grab them by the wings, and then they kind of stop trying to fight you, and they're like, okay, I'll just take it. But those, not so much.
No, they got some long wings, so they'll whack you in the face. I've been hit a few times in my face with the wings, and it doesn't feel very good.
I believe it. And they look pretty sturdy too.
Yeah, they're good. I did lose 2, unfortunately, to a fox.
Oh, wow.
But the other 2 are still remaining, and they're doing well. So,
got you. Let's talk about the peacocks, because I know you're in a colder area in Minnesota. Obviously, peacocks look to be like tropical birds naturally. Is there anything extra you have to do with their care?
No, they're pretty sturdy birds, actually. They have a lot more feathers than a chicken, so they can really hold themselves in well. I provide extra food for them, and they have to stay pinned in for at least like a year so that they know where their home is, or else they can fly away and they can go up to a mile and they'll be gone.
Oh, wow.
So all of mine stay in a closed-in area.
Cool. What's
But
the like
they're naturally just some of the most beautiful birds. I just absolutely love looking at them. They're so pretty.
They are. Have they started doing their dance and stuff yet? Will they do their fan and
the males have been doing some fanning to the girls, so we'll see which one wins for the top prize.
Got you.
I'm hoping for some eggs. They lay about like 20 to 40 eggs a year.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then towards the middle of the year. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and hatch them out.
Cool, man. I know you are the hatch master. I've been seeing you you always post these incubator videos. Your TikToks are hilarious, man. I want to just say that.
Thank
All right.
you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
You give me confidence to just go buy stuff.
right. Yeah. I've really been loving TikTok. And Instagram. It's just been so much fun to just put yourself out there. And really, I just don't. I learned to not care what other people think negatively or positive. Obviously I want positive, but I don't let the negative affect me. I just be me, enjoy it, spread positivity.
That's cool, man. Let's talk about hatching. You like I just called you the hatch master. What are some of the go-to things when it comes down to hatching for you?
So a reliable incubator is always good. Steady humidity levels, steady temperature levels is always good. Fresh eggs. I don't like them to be more than a week old. Just fresh out of the coop. Don't wash them, nothing like that. 21 days, 99.5 degrees. Lockdown. You bump up the humidity to 60% and just enjoy the Christmas morning when you get to wake up and see all the babies.
Right. Santa Claus
came.
So
much fun. I've hatched so many chickens, and it doesn't matter how many I hatch. Every time, it's so much fun.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. I've learned that like the smallest things with chickens, they really help my mental health. Is that the same for you?
Totally, man. I love coming home after work or a hard day or whatever, and just seeing the chickens. It just brightens my day. Make some kind of funny video, and my mood is just 180 degrees. I love these things.
Me too, man. I really, really enjoy it too, man. Taylor, I just want to say when I watch these hatching videos and you're kind of like making jokes like, I said I shouldn't have more chickens. Voila, more chickens, stuff like that. Right. Like you always got something pretty cool going on. Do you have a favorite breed when it comes down to hatching, or is it just hatch whatever comes out of the egg? It's good with you?
I mostly hatch silky eggs, but I do love. Right now, I have a batch of like some olive eggs and some blue crested cream leg bar eggs in there. The bantam, the silky eggs, sometimes can be harder with the lockdown and stuff. The humidity is harder to deal with, but for the bigger eggs, I love hatching them. They're easy, 190% hatch rate is always great.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's always fun to see the different colors that come out, different little baby chicks that come out. So much fun.
That's what's up, man.
Have you gotten a chance to hatch any yourself?
Yes, man. My first round of trying to hatch eggs, I did it a few months ago. I listen. This show is for those that want to get started in homesteading or just raising backyard chickens. So I mess up names and facts all the time.
Right.
So I tried to hatch some Varta Hanas, the Swedish chickens. My guy Matt from Greenhorn Grove sent me some. I lost 2 roosters and he sends me 10 eggs. That's how chicken math works, right? Right. You lose 2, you buy 10. Yeah. Right. So first my dad, and I got the whole story on my Instagram. My dad bought me 4 chickens. That's how I got my first Silkie.
Okay.
From the loss of 2 chickens, right? I get 4. And then he sends me 10 eggs to hatch. So I ended up buying an incubator and stuff like that. And I thought it was going to be a little tricky because, with the incubator, it tells you got to have this certain humidity and this and that. But those new incubators, they do the humidity for you. You just got to keep the water reservoir full and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool, pretty fun experience. But I had 10 eggs. And during this time, I'm checking them. I'm doing a little candlelight, checking them and stuff like that. I'm trying not to touch them at all. But what happened was about 17 days in, one of my chickens went broody. So I was like, I think I'm gonna stick some eggs under her.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing was I stuck half under her and I left half in the incubator. and one hatched in an incubator and 3 hatched under her.
Oh wow!
So it was cool. It was a really cool.
With her.
Yeah, and she was happy. She took to those chickens. She definitely looks like a foster mom.
Yeah, it was like 4 days and then the baby's hatched. She's like, wow, this is easy.
Yeah, this is easy.
Not even 21 days or nothing.
Right. Now those chicks, they're like 4, 5, almost 5 months old now. And she's an amazing mom, man. And she's this is one of my mystery chickens. We don't know what she is. I got them from Hoover Hatchery. Okay. And I did a video on that too. Like I sent them, I said, these are supposed to be Rhode Island Reds. This is not a Rhode Island Red. So they were like, we don't know what that is, but good luck. And they actually gave me a refund for the whole batch of chicks. That was cool. That's but she's just like red and I guess tan chicken, and she's got these solid black babies that follow her around. So it's pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
Have you hatched any like that, like with any broody birds?
Yeah. The Silkies are really known to be broody. Actually, one is broody right now, and I keep taking eggs from her every day.
Did she peck you? Did she curse you out?
Yeah. She gets her back all pushed up, and she probably says some swear words underneath her breath at me. But yeah, those ones are always so much fun coming out there and seeing little babies. You hear a little chirping, you're like, oh yeah, something hatched.
What is your like process once that happens? Like once you hatch them, do you separate immediately? What is your brooding process?
Yeah, for the Silkies, since they're separated in their own designated pen, I will take them out because I've had instances where roosters or other moms will like smash the babies, or they don't have access to food like the other ones will. Right. So I have in my garage, I built a chick room where I have all my baby chicks at. So I usually just move them into there, and I have different hatching groups in there. So they'll have heat, water, and obviously chick food in there. So I feel safer with them in there rather than with the mom, unfortunately.
No, I understand that. I saw your chick room. It's amazing.
I
saw your chick room. I see the videos. I was like, I'm gonna get me a chick room.
I put chicken math will do too.
Yeah, we'll do it. Like I said, I lost 2. I ended up with 14. So I understand.
Right.
I understand. Man, what things? Like I said, I borrowed from you. I had Heath on from City Chick, and I told him I borrowed from him. I borrow from everybody pretty much that I follow on social media, because that's what I think, which is really cool, how the chicken and the homesteading community is. What have you borrowed lately?
I've been really trying to, on my TikTok videos, I've been really trying to connect more with the audience and be a little bit more vulnerable and talk more about the chickens, show a little bit more of myself and the coop, as long as with some tips. Because, a year ago or whatever, I was doing a lot of the trends and stuff like that. Yeah. Which were really fun, and they do get you views and all that stuff. But I love connecting with the community a little bit more. So just being myself, showing a little bit more vulnerability, showing the Silkie or the coops, showing, the bad, the good, because unfortunately in this chicken world, we do deal with some bad and some loss. And no one should be judged on that. It's just natural.
Yeah, it's part of it. I think anything that you love, you're gonna deal with some kind of loss, and we just got to take it in stride. What do you do you have a rule about? So are all your chickens, are they for eggs, and what do you do with all these eggs? 'Cause I know you get 1 million of them.
Right. I probably have, I would say, 50% of them are for eating eggs, and then another like 40% would be for hatching eggs, and then I have like a little group of other like 10% of them that are pets or retired females that 5 years old. They're not laying much anymore. And a few of my favorite roosters you had to keep back that are just fun and easy for like my siblings or my nephews and nieces to hold. At the wedding, everyone was holding the chickens. We had the wedding out here in the backyard with the chickens and everything. So, oh my gosh, everyone was just loving it. They were holding everyone.
I saw that. I saw some of your wedding photos, and I was like, he's definitely got the rooster in the wedding photos. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
We had to do it. It was too much fun.
Yeah, man. How important is it for your spouse, like to have a spouse that's like-minded when it comes to that type of lifestyle?
Oh man, Danny, she's so awesome. My wife is so cool. She's provided this amazing life for me, and on the mornings when I can't get to the chicken coop or she's off, she'll help out. I'll help out. Horses, goats, everything. We're just a great team. I'm so thankful that I have someone like her, and it's very important. It's hard to do it when your partner's not in it. They're always judging or upset about something, but I'm thankful that's not my case.
Yeah, and they understand chicken math.
Yep. Yeah. She has to be unfortunately the butt end of some of the jokes, but she appreciates it and she laughs about them.
That's amazing, man. Let's talk about this new venture you're getting into, man. The Uncooped Podcast. Yes. Taylor, how did this come about, man?
I being in the reptile world as well, there's a lot of reptile podcasts where they interview, different content creators or breeders, and I'm kind of taking a little bit from that and turning my twist on it with the chicken world and the homestead world. I love talking, and I just want to meet more people, find out their stories, what makes them, and learn some tips along the way. Similar with you, man. We connected through Instagram and all this, and it's so cool that we've built a friendship, completely online based off of our chickens too. And you're a genuine guy, and I really appreciate all the things. So yeah, the Uncooped Podcast. We're probably my first episode should be this Friday.
Cool.
I'm going to be posting it. The first few will be pre-recorded, and then I'm going to switch to a live format once I get a little bit more of the hang of it.
Gotcha. I love it, man. I love to see the branch out. We're definitely going to be cross promoting you guys. I know you're going to have some pretty cool stuff going on. I love that shirt you got on, man.
Yes, thank you. Had to rock it.
That's what's up. All right, man. Before we wrap this thing up, we do have to ask, what is one chicken? If you could only have one chicken, I already know this answer. If one chicken for the rest of your days, you had to pick one type, what is it going to be?
The faithful pink Silkie. I love my pink Silkies. They're so cute.
Got you. And then my personal question, what is the chicken that has a little afro on the top? I think it's a Polish something you have, and you are Polish.
Mm-hmm.
I love when you post those.
those ones are the eye catchers. Everyone just gets a kick out of them.
Yeah. How are their temperament?
They're a little bit harder to deal with in the winter just because of their feather type. The roosters, I've had a couple problems with the roosters. Their hair ends up freezing actually.
Oh, wow.
They dip their head in the water and then they get icicles in their head.
Oh, okay.
Out sometimes, but and the hens can be a little moody sometimes, but they're just such pretty birds that I have to keep a few. I don't breed them anymore, but I have like 5 that are just kind of like pets.
Nice.
And they lay less eggs than normal too.
Okay. But I got you.
They're fun. They're more like a eye catcher bird.
Cool, man. Tell everybody where they can find you at on social media.
Yeah, man. ChakraChickens, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And then look out for Uncooped Podcast. We're going to be on YouTube, and I'm going to be posting clips on Instagram and TikTok as well. And check out some of our collabs with Reec. Me and Reec are going to be. We got some good adventures coming up in the future, and this year's looking good for us. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm very thankful that you had me on the podcast, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, last question, man. What is a coop favorite? One of the favorite things you have in your coops, something that you just can't live without besides the chickens?
Well, I've been loving the nesting pads. Honestly, the Eaton Pet and Pasture nesting pads.
Shout out to Eaton. I love them too.
Yeah, my chickens lay beautiful eggs, and they're not like dirty with some of the bedding sometimes. Perfect little eggs, and I put them in all my little nest box. Love that stuff.
Got you, man. I love it, man. So appreciate it, Taylor, man. Thanks again. You guys be on the lookout for the Uncooped Podcast with Taylor. I'm really looking forward to checking out some episodes. Thanks again for joining us, man.
Appreciate it, man.
For sure. That's another excellent adventure, you guys, right here with Reec. Bro, I appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks again.
Yeah, definitely. It was a blast.
Cool.
The radio host himself, man, the myth, the legend.
Try to do a little something. This is way different though. It's like the subject matter, everything I was talking about. But it's cool, man. It's really fun, bro. It's really fun. Definitely
this
fun,
is really
man.
cool. It's just great to chat with you and learn a little bit more about you.
Yeah, for sure, bro. All right, man. You need anything from me? Let me know. I'm around.
Yeah, awesome, man. I appreciate it. When is this? When are you going to post it?
I think we're dropping all the episodes in May, but we're going to be posting some teaser clips coming up here soon. Yeah. Cool, the teaser clips will probably be out this weekend.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. And we'll be cross promoting.